There's no cars nearby. It's a great wide surface. It's next to a canal. What could be wrong, right? Both ends are kind of a problem. Yeah, Lamborghini. Let's start at the south end, the not so busy Rattlesnake Hammock Road. Thank you very much to this Catholic church that shares the access road to start the trail. Before we go any further, where are we? Southwest Florida, Collier County, just east of the city of Naples. As we are crossing the canal, we have to notice the power lines. This has been a utilities corridor for a long time, and that's why it was relatively easy to get the bike trail going on. No need to acquire any right-of-way, usually the most expensive part of this kind of project. We can see how some communities really embrace the bike trail. This is Rivera Colony, and they have no issues having the trail as a neighbor. There's really nothing bad to say about the trail itself. Maybe the only complaint would be that it's only 3 miles long, but we will get back to that later. Important here that the canal turned east-west, so from now on the trail no longer has water next to it. To our right, Crown Point. These guys are not so friendly to the idea of a next-door trail. To the left, an even worse example with Kings Lake. This is going to be the first and only intersection, Davis Boulevard. We got a traffic light on demand that helps you get across. As almost every piece of bike infrastructure in this area, this one is mostly recreational. There's really no many destinations nearby. To our right, Moon Lake with a proper gate so the residents can get out and enjoy the trail. On the other side, Foxfire, not the same case. And this will be the end of the trail, at least for now, at the Radio Road. Before moving on onto the complaint department, a view from inside Leawood Lakes, a small community next to the trail, but with no direct access. This should be extension north. The power line corridor is the same and goes on for an extra 3/4 of a mile, but there's a problem. At this point, the trail should go across Livingston Road, past the industrial area on the other side, and then turn north following the power lines all the way to Lee County. The pointer is showing us the original route. It runs along the power lines all the way to the north edge of Collier County. But this crossing is a problem, so they are now talking about using the regular sidewalks on Radio and Livingston as a replacement. Now this is the issue. This gated community has a section isolated by the canal and the power line. Only one access road. This one. And I'm sure the residents don't want nobody walking nearby. Better check the south end where things look better. There's plenty of room following the same canal, especially on the east side along the power lines. Same alignment goes all the way to US 41, where crossing obviously would be a big issue. Back to the nice people at the Lamborghini dealership. I'm sure they will have no issue with a 10-foot trail by the water. They got room. Now in red, the missing gaps, and yellow is existing. We could go behind Lamborghini, next to a Hampton Inn, behind a Publix, and keep going to existing trail. Down the road, we got the National Pickleball Center. We got an elementary school, Avalon Elementary. And the Naples Botanical Garden. That will be an important destination, really. Closest to the bay, we got access to Windstar on Naples Bay. And a final destination could be Bayview Park, just a mile away from the Gulf of Mexico.